All right, hi everybody. Kareem Kandi here. This is, I believe, the final video that we'll be doing for this semester for the jazz improv class at the Tacoma School of the Arts. So hopefully you've been enjoying the videos so far this year, and they've been helpful in giving you information to practice and things to work on while you've been sheltering in place, and you've been improving, hopefully, your musical skills and technique and broadening your horizons here. So hopefully that's the plan anyways. And these will be up on YouTube here after the fact if you need more information or couldn't remember what we talked about and need to go back and look it up again. So anyways, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is we've talked about several different concepts and ways to practice and things to practice. This is something that you can use to help train your ear and also give yourself some information for material to practice, not only for like single note lines, but also for like coming up with chord progressions if you're writing a song or want to come up with some different things that are maybe outside of the box of like normal, diatonic harmony. So for those of you that have been taking music theory with Paul's classes, if you're talking about modes like, Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, major scale harmony. This is something that you can use to maybe get some other chord progressions happening as well. So what we're going to start with to begin with is we'll look at this from the perspective of constructing like a melodic line, whether you're doing something for soloing or whether you're coming up with a melody or things like that. So what I'm going to do, the idea here, the template of what we're talking about is moving something in minor seconds, i.e. half steps, so like C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F. Then also moving things in major seconds, which is distance of a whole step, so like C to D, then to E, then to F sharp, then to G sharp or A flat, then to B flat. Then moving things in minor thirds, so if I'm moving something in minor thirds, it'd be like something from C, starting from C, then to E flat, then to G flat, then to A. Then from there, moving things into major thirds, so like C to E to A flat to C. Then moving things in fourths, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, so on and so forth. And then moving things in tritones or a flat 5, so C, F sharp, so on and so forth. So let me show you how this works. I'll be playing this on my keyboard over here, not the kitty keyboard. I know some of you are bummed out about that, but so here is an idea. So when I say moving an idea in minor seconds, I'm just going to use to start with just a simple idea like a third. So I'm starting on C, C to E. So if I move that idea up in minor seconds, that means I'd be going C, E, C sharp, E sharp, D, F sharp, E flat, G, E, G sharp, F, A, F sharp, A sharp. You can clearly hear what's going on here. Right? Or back down, right? So I'm taking that idea of C going up to a major third and I'm moving it up or down in minor seconds. Now, I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm going to move my ascending major third in major seconds, which means I'm going from C to E and then up a major second to D to F sharp, and then up a major second again from E to G sharp. Then up a major second again to F sharp to A sharp. And then up a major third again from A flat to C. And up again a major second to B flat to D. And then I'm back where I'm at the top now, C to E. And moving back down, C, E, B flat, D, A flat, C, G flat, B flat, E, G sharp, D, F sharp, C, E. So now we've just completed taking a major third, an ascending major third, and moving it in major seconds. Now we'll move on to the next one, which is taking a major third and moving it in minor thirds. So my centers here would be C, E flat, F sharp or G flat, and then A. So that would sound like this: C to E, E flat to G, F sharp to A to C sharp, and then C to E. And then if I move back down, C, E, A flat, C, excuse me, sorry, I'm an idiot. C, E, A, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, E flat, G, C, E. So in time. All right. Now, I'll take that same thing, the ascending major third, C to E, and I'm going to move it now in major thirds. So that means I'd be going from C, up a major third to E, up a major third to A flat or G sharp, and then up a major third again to C. So I have C, E, and then E, G sharp, and then G sharp to C or A flat to C, and then C to E. So coming back down, C, E, A flat, C, E, G sharp, C, E. And playing it in real time here. So, after that we have fourths, right? So I'd go, my starting points would be C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and you just keep going around in fourths. So we've got C, E, F, A, B flat, E flat, G, A flat to C, excuse me, yeah, A flat to C, D flat to F, and then F sharp to A sharp. And you just keep going around the circle of fifths that way, and then back down you do the same thing. Go reverse of what you just did. Excuse me, that's not right. It's all right. Thinking in fourths backwards. I'm going to do a poor job of this right now. But basically, yeah, we want to be able to think in both directions, just going around in fourths. So, yeah. So, C to E, F to A flat, B flat to D, E flat to G. Either direction. Thinking, well, I guess if you go the other way, it's fifths. But, and then the last one on that template is to do tritones or flat five. So I'd be starting on, my starting points would be C, and then F sharp, and then C, and then F sharp, and so on and so forth. So that gives me C, E, and then F sharp, A sharp, and then C, E, F sharp, A sharp. And if I come backwards, F sharp, A sharp, C, E, F sharp, A sharp, C, E. Play it in time. So these things aren't necessarily, when you construct a melodic line with this, whether you're doing a melody or something for a solo, they're not necessarily going to be key based or within a key. It'll take, it's a pattern, and it will eventually come back to where your starting point was. But it will, some of these things will leave the key or be outside of the key, and so you'll have a fair amount of dissonance, and then you'll have some resolution. So it's an interesting concept to play around with. And you can do it with any type of, you can make these shapes as large or as small as you want. So for example, if I take, that I just did a third, but if I do something like 1, 2, 3, 5. Alright, pretty common fare in terms of like a digital pattern, right? Numerical pattern. 1, 2, 3, 5. So if I take that and go in minor seconds, so C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G, A flat, and the other direction, A flat, G, F sharp, F, E, E flat, D, D flat, C. All right, now I'll do the same thing, but I will use major seconds. So my starting points would be C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and so on and so forth. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Moving in major seconds. Now D. Now E. Now F sharp. Now A flat. B flat. C. And the other direction, going down in major seconds. C. B flat. A flat. F sharp. E. D. C. So you could could practice this any way you want. You could do it just ascending or descending. I kind of my opinion, and again, just my opinion, it's nice to practice it both directions, because when we improvise, we don't just improvise ascending. Sometimes we go up, sometimes we go down. So we want to be able to think and hear in both directions, right? So now let's do the same thing. We'll take the digital pattern 1, 2, 3, 5, and we'll work this now in minor thirds. So my starting points here will be C, E flat, G flat or F sharp, and then A. And remember, I'm doing this from the perspective of C, but you also want to do these from the perspective of like C sharp or D or whatever it might be, so you can hear those patterns. So so here is 1, 2, 3, 5, moving in minor thirds. So C, now E flat, now F sharp, now A, C, and now we'll go backwards. C, A, F sharp, E flat, C. Okay, in time. Now we're going to do the same thing with major thirds. So my starting points here, I'm going to have C, I'll have E, I'll have A flat or G sharp, however you want to think of that, and then C again on the top. So here's what that sounds like. So C, now E, now A flat, and then C again. So now we'll go C, down, A flat, E, C. And then the one after that, as we mentioned before, we're talking about fourths. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, moving in fourths. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, if we move this in fourths, going one direction, going the inverse of that is going to be moving in fifths, right? So if I go C up to F, if I'm going the other direction, F back down to C, like F to C, if you invert it, like C up to F is fourth, F up to C is a fifth, or F back down is a fourth. So I mean, depending on how you want to look at it and hear it is fine. But again, try and practice. I guess what I'm trying to say is try and practice these in both directions, going up and coming back down. So I'll see if I can do a decent job of that for you here. Maybe not, no promises. So here's C. So my centers here are going to be C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. All right. So I'm not going to do all of those, but you'll hear what's going on. So here's C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and there's no more key on my keyboard here. So and then coming back the other direction, so G flat without the top note, D flat, and then A flat, E flat, B flat, F, C. So that's the fourths. And then the last one after that is to move in tritones, or a flat 5. Or some people like to think of it like a sharp 4. So what I'm talking about here is C going to F sharp. So C up a fifth is G. I guess it's a fifth above C is G. So we're talking about F sharp, which is a flat 5. Or 4 above C is F. So F sharp would be a sharp 4. So we're talking about a flat 5 or a sharp 4. Same thing here. So I'm talking about C moving to F sharp, moving to C, moving to F sharp, or a tritone, distance of a tritone. So here's what 1, 2, 3, 5 would sound like with that pattern. C, F sharp, C, F sharp, C, F sharp, and I don't have the note here. So coming back down, F sharp, C sharp, and then I've got my C, F sharp, C, F sharp, C. Okay. Now, as I was mentioning before, you can use this idea to come up with it's a progression, and it will come back around. So it takes you outside of the key that you're in, and it brings you back to the key that you're in. So you're playing outside, so you're going out, leaving the tonality or the key that you're in, but it will come back around. I mean, it will get back there eventually. You can also do this to come up with chord progressions. So for example, if I take something like a major 7 chord, I'll move major 7s in minor seconds. And now major 7ths in major seconds. Think about that for a minute. Now I'm going to move major 7ths in minor thirds. Now I'll move major 7ths in major thirds. Now major 7ths in was that just major? That was, sorry. Now major 7ths in fourths. Right? And you just keep working it around. And then major 7ths in tritones. So you can come up with different chord progressions using this this idea as well. So anyways, that's the template. I've seen, there's some books that you can go out and purchase and someone's just written a bunch of exercises using that. You don't need to spend the money on that as long as you understand this system and how it works. We're just taking any type of idea, as large or as small as you want to make it, and we're moving it in major seconds, minor seconds, major seconds, minor thirds, major thirds, fourths, and then tritones. So that's the idea, and you can do that with melodic ideas or also chords. So check it out, see if it's helpful for you. I hope it is, and if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody hopefully back in school, either in class or online again starting in September. Have a great summer. Been a pleasure working with you, and I'll talk to you later.